Okay, now we need to show what is the effect of decrease in price of a commodity on its consumption using indifference curve analysis. So let's draw our x's. Okay, our initial x's is say this. Fine. Let me label our x's. Your xy. Okay. AB is our initial budget line. Fine. Now remember this that the our initial price vector is say P1 P2, income of the consumer is M, so budget line is P1 X1, fine, or P1X plus P2Y equals to M, fine. So in case if I do not consume anything of Y, now in that case my budget line would become P1X plus P2 into 0 is equal to M. So my X would be equal to M by P1, fine. So this is my corresponding B. This is your B, that is, this is point B. Now in case if I do not consume anything of X, then my budget line would become P1 0 into P2Y equals to M. So my Y would be equal to M by P2. Okay, and this is corresponding to point A. Fine. So this is point B and this is point A. Okay, so your M by P2 is point A and M by P1 is point B. Now let's superimpose our initial indifference curve. This is our initial indifference curve, it's say U naught. Okay, so what is the amount of consumption of X, okay, in this case? So in this case it would be equal to say X naught. Fine. Now comes the point, that is the price of commodity X has fallen. It has fallen from P1 to P1 dash, where P1 dash is of course less than P1. Now then what is our new consumption vector? That is P1 dash P2. There is no change in the price of Y. Fine. Now in case if there is no change in the price of Y, then our intercept for Y would remain same. Why? Because our budget line is in this case is P1 dash X plus P2Y equals to M. Okay, so now if I am not consuming anything of X, okay, then I'll be writing it as P1 dash into 0 plus P2Y equals to M. So your Y would be equal to M by P2, which is same as this. Okay, which is same as this. So there is no change in this intercept. Okay, so we know this, that this A is one of the point on the new budget line. Now, but in case if I am consuming everything of X and nothing of Y, then in that case, let me use the other color. So let it, in that case, it would be P1 dash X plus P2 into 0 is equal to M. So your X would be equal to M by P1 dash. Okay. Now remember this, that your denominator is less now as compared to your denominator earlier, which was M by P1. So if you compare M by P1 and M by P1 dash, okay, there is no change in the numerator as you guys can see, but denominator has fallen. So which fraction is bigger? This fraction is bigger. It is a bigger fraction. Okay, it is a bigger fraction. So it will lie somewhere here. Fine. It will lie more at to the right of B. Fine. So your budget line would be, new budget line would be this. Okay. Now the point is that what will happen now? You are at the price of the good has fallen. So what will happen? You will buy relatively more of this good. Okay. So your consumption would lie somewhere here. Okay. Say at this point. Okay. Oh, I haven't changed this. Just wait for a sec. So it is this. Okay, so the amount of X which you have now is say X1. Let me label this as U1. Fine. So you have started consuming more of X. Fine. So, and this is what is happening. So the price of this commodity has fallen, and you will start consuming more of X. So how have we started this way? So we started by saying that what is our initial budget line, and we superimposed the initial indifference curve on this, and what happened was that you were consuming X naught of the X in the earlier case. Now when the price of good has fallen, we realized one thing, that there has been no change in the intercept of Y, because there is no change in the neither income nor the price of Y. So intercept for Y would remain same, and the intercept for X would change. Okay, I haven't say it is B dash. Okay, so your new budget line would be AB dash. Okay, and the indifference curve would be say U1, which will show that more of X has been consumed, and this is the point where your new price ratio is equal to the MRS. Fine. So suppose when budget line was say AB, your price ratio was P1 by P2. Budget line is AB dash, price ratio is P1 dash by P2. Okay, both of them are equal to MRS at point, let me label this E0 and E1. Okay, these are the 2 points. So they are P1 by P2 is equal to MRS at E0, and P1 by P2, P1 dash by P2 is equal to MRS at E1. I'm sorry. Okay, so this is the effect of the price change. So when the price of the commodity decreases, you buy more of that commodity.